All right, Mitch, are you ready for the Ilya Kovalchuk draft? And for this portion of the Hot Topic podcast, and by the way, I think we don't need to name this one. We could just name it the Hot Topic podcast.
The Kovalchuk draft,
The Kovalchuk draft, right? The Hotopo, episode 15, the Kovalchuk draft. We are also live on social media because I am wearing my Ilya Kovalchuk Atlanta Thrashers jersey, and you have my Ilya Kovalchuk New Jersey Devils jersey. I'm not sure if either one of these teams will be drafted because the way we're going to do this, just like the Thomas Buchanan's draft, right? We're gonna draft teams this time instead of a lottery.
Yeah. I feel badly that I let you have, out of the kindness of my heart, the first pick.
Because I lost
because
last time?
You lost last time, and I think the first pick is so obvious. It's such an easy one to make. This is like the Alex Lafreniere of the Kovalchuk draft. So I'm a nice guy. Put it that way.
Okay, but you are going to be able to get picks 2 and 3, and then we will alternate back and forth, 10 picks each. The loser of the Ilya Kovalchuk draft will have to sing on Melnick in the afternoon on TSN 690, part of the Hurley's Irish Pub St. Patrick's Day weekend.
That's right.
The song of choice, we have decided possibly Shaibu Shaibu, love Shaibu Shaibu, or, depending on where he goes, maybe a song from that city.
And it's going to have to be in a Kovalchuk jersey with his new team.
Yes, we have to figure that out.
Yeah.
Okay. So, we know people that have jerseys, right?
Well, the guys at Played Against Sports will help us out with the jerseys.
Yes.
2973 St. Charles and Kirkland.
So the Ilya Kovalchuk draft is brought to you by Played Against Sports Kirkland.
That's right.
Thanks, Keith Gerard.
Check them out. They're going to hook us up with the jersey. It's going to be easy peasy, and we'll see where Kovalchuk ends up.
All right, so why don't we get started?
See, here's my strategy. I have not thought about the different teams I want to select.
Oh, I know which teams
I
have.
just
It's written
have.
here. Don't look.
I just have the standings in front of me, and I'm going to go on a whim. I'm going to go with my instinct. I'm going to go with what makes sense in my mind at this time.
All right, well, we get 10 teams each. And, oh, by the way, it's a duet if he gets traded to a team that neither of us pick. That's going to be on us. I think it's obvious with the first overall pick. I am going with the Montreal Canadiens.
Seems really unfair at this point that Sean gets Montreal.
You said I had first overall pick. That's your fault.
Yeah. All right. So with the second pick, I'm going to go with Montreal's greatest rival. I'm going to go with a team that in the past has traded for Rick Nash, has traded for Mark Recchi, has traded for Brian Gionta, and always seems to want that veteran presence on their team. Jaromir Jagr would be another one. I'm going to go with the Boston Bruins. And then, Sean, how about this? I'm going to go with the third pick. I'm going to go with a team that seems to really need a winger. And how much fun would it be to see Ilya Kovalchuk play with Connor McDavid?
Oh!
I'm going to go with the Edmonton Oilers with the third pick in the draft.
I totally thought I was going to get the Oilers with the fourth overall pick. I was going Edmonton next. 100% I was going with Edmonton next. So I'm going to change it, and I'm going straight to the Washington Capitals. I'm going to the Capitals. I still think Ovechkin has pull, and he wants him there. I'm taking the Capitals.
Well, since you go with the Washington Capitals, I'm going to go with Washington's greatest rival and another team that seems to really want wingers. He has a friend in Malkin on the team. They recently got Zucker, so maybe Zucker plays with Crosby. Ilya Kovalchuk plays with Malkin. I'm going to go with the Pittsburgh Penguins.
Yeah, I don't think they have anything left in the cover to trade. So I wasn't going Pittsburgh. I think the Zucker deal kind of eliminated that. So I'm fine with your Pittsburgh. A team that wants to make a splash. I think that they are a team that likes making moves. I think that they have assets to trade away. That is the Florida Panthers. I'm taking the Florida Panthers.
Wow. Florida Panthers off the board since we don't even know if they're going to be in the playoffs.
Yeah, that's fine. I think that they're a team that even if they're on the outside looking in come trade deadline, they'd make a move like that.
All right, Sean. I'm going to go with a team that's desperate.
Yes.
They fired their coach this year. Ilya Kovalchuk is a man that seems to like having fun.
Okay.
And I don't think there's a place in the NHL that you could have more fun in than Las Vegas. So I'm going to go with the Vegas Golden Knights as a landing spot for Ilya Kovalchuk.
All right, another team that has high aspirations but has kind of had an up-and-down season. They are a team that doesn't spend too much money, but Ilya Kovalchuk is pretty cheap. I'm going to go with the Colorado Avalanche. That would be fun.
Colorado Avalanche. All right, now I'm on
Four
the lines.
teams each, by the way. I'm just going to put this out there. I have Montreal, Washington, Florida, Colorado. Mitch has Boston, Edmonton, Pittsburgh, Vegas. 6 more teams each on the Ilya Kovalchuk draft.
I'm going to go with another team that seems to like making moves at the deadline. This is along the lines of your Florida Panthers pick, where it's a little bit off the board. But we saw Jarmo Kekalainen go for it last year. Maybe he goes for it again. This is a team that needs scoring. I'm going to go with the Columbus Blue Jackets.
I did not have them on my chart. I just don't think that they're in the market to trade for Ilya Kovalchuk. I understand that they could use the help, and they are a team that does go for broke. The next team I'm going to go for, and this is where I'm going to start thinking about it just a little bit, I feel like the Calgary Flames might do something. They might want to make a splash. And sometimes you have to look at markets that won't be able to get someone in free agency, but they could do it via trade. I'm taking the Calgary Flames.
All right, Calgary Flames. That was actually my next pick. So
I like that I did that.
I will go with...
Oh, he's scrambling. You're scrambling on the Ilya Kovalchuk draft.
I'm going to go with the defending Stanley Cup champions, adding some size and some scoring on the wing. I'm going to go with the St. Louis Blues.
Yeah, they were definitely high on my list, the St. Louis Blues, but you can't get them all. You can't get them all. My next pick is going to go to a team that possibly has a history with Ilya Kovalchuk. Maybe not the team, but the general manager and the president and the guy that runs everything. Lou, I'm taking the New York Islanders.
See, Lou seems to me like a vindictive guy, and Ilya Kovalchuk screwed Lou.
Yeah.
And I think, Lou, fool me once, you don't fool me again. So I think that's a bad pick, the New York Islanders.
Oh, I like the Islanders pick. I like it a lot.
Yeah. I'm going to go next, Sean, with a team that's cheap and could use some cheap labor. I am going to go with the Carolina Hurricanes.
Yeah, that is a team with an owner's like, just get Kovalchuk, I don't care. He'd totally do that. My next pick, as I look here, I'm going to go with a team that has everything, but might just want a little bit more. Give me the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Yeah, I don't know if he has a role or a fit on that team.
Hey, they want to win the cup, and they'll do anything to win the cup, and I think that he could help them win the cup.
Sean, I think Kovalchuk needs friends.
Okay.
And I think Kovalchuk likes to party.
Okay.
And nobody knows how to party more than Alex Radulov. So I am going to go with the Dallas Stars.
Oh.
There'd be nothing like being out on the town after a 7-game series win for Dallas and seeing Radulov and Kovalchuk out on the streets.
Let me tell you, if Kovalchuk goes to Dallas and I have to sing, I will sing with a lot of pride because that will be my team to cheer for in the Stanley Cup.
That team would be
playoffs.
a lot of fun, man.
All right, so my 8th pick, as I will look at the teams. Another team that I want to look at, and I think that might make a move to help them out, and they're another team that's in Canada, I think. It's the former Atlanta Thrashers. Yes, and I'm writing them down as former Thrashers on the board, the Winnipeg Jets.
All right, how many teams do I have left?
You have 2 teams left. I will go over the chart once again on the Ilya Kovalchuk draft. I have Montreal, Washington, Florida, Colorado, Calgary, New York, Tampa Bay, and the former Thrashers. Gallo, you have Boston, Edmonton, Pittsburgh, Vegas, Columbus, the Blues, Carolina, and Dallas. 2 more teams each in the Ilya Kovalchuk draft.
I'm stressed now.
All right.
I am going to go with the Stanley Cup favorites in my mind. I'm going to go with
the Toronto Maple Leafs?
I'm going to go with the Colorado Avalanche.
I already took
Oh,
Colorado.
you took Colorado.
Oh, that's such a fail.
My bad.
I feel like you should lose your pick because of that.
My bad. I guess you didn't give a great explanation for it.
Colorado, I just said it would be fun.
You just said it would be fun?
It was like my 4th round pick.
Let me go with...
He's struggling.
I'll go with the Vancouver Canucks.
Vancouver Canucks. Oh, you just did not know what to say there. You felt pressure.
I went with the team leading their division.
All right. How about a team that has already shown that they're willing to go out and make a big move this year? They had a big win. They're clawing and they're scratching around the playoffs, and they've shown that they want to go for it. I'm taking the Arizona Coyotes.
And this is my last pick, right?
Yes.
All right. So I went with Vegas before
because
of how much fun the city of Vegas is. I know this team is not a long shot to make the playoffs, but they're definitely not a favorite to make the playoffs at this time. They also made a coaching change. I think they could use some offense. I'm going to go with Nashville.
Nashville Predators.
Nashville Predators.
If they go on a run, maybe they could use something. My final pick and the last overall pick. It worked for Thomas Plekanec. Maybe it'll work for Ilya Kovalchuk. Could you imagine dropping him on the Toronto Maple Leafs? I am taking the Leafs with the final pick.
I was thinking Toronto. I just don't think they have any assets. I know they don't have their first. They don't have a third.
Whatever. There's picks in next year's draft.
Yeah,
There's
okay.
picks in next year's draft. The final results of the Ilya Kovalchuk draft here on the Hot Topic podcast. Campbell has Montreal, Washington, Florida, Colorado, Calgary, New York, Tampa Bay, the former Thrashers, Arizona, and Toronto, Gallo, Boston, Edmonton, Pittsburgh, Vegas, Columbus, Blues, Carolina, Dallas, Vancouver, Nashville. And we want to see, where do you think he'll go? I'm glad I have Montreal, let me say that. And then I'm looking forward to when he stays with Montreal, Mitch Gallo singing at Hurley's Irish Pub, part of the Mitch Melnick St. Patrick's Day broadcast, Shaibu Shaibu, or maybe even a good old Montreal song. We'll see. But I'm really looking forward to it, and I know you can carry a tune better than I can.
Probably. We saw that as evidence the last time. You don't carry a tune all that well.
All right, are we going to quickly do bold predictions?
Let's do bold predictions on the video, Sean.
All right, mine is on Ilya Kovalchuk. Ilya Kovalchuk wins the Conn Smythe.
Now, I won't go.
Boom.
I won't go that far, Sean.
Oh yeah,
but I will say that Ilya Kovalchuk goes further in the playoffs than any team that you drafted on the Kovalchuk draft.
What? No.
Kovalchuk goes deeper in the playoffs than any of these teams on your board.
No. But then if he does, he might win.
It's supposed to be a bold prediction.
But he might win the Conn Smythe then.
He might. We could both be right.
Yeah. All right, so this episode is going to be called the Ilya Kovalchuk Draft, and I want to thank our sponsors, including Club Sportif CDL here at 8305.
Did you take the whole Atlantic Division?
Maybe I did. Did you take anybody? No, you.
Oh, I have Boston.
You have Boston.
Because I'm like Tampa, Toronto, Florida. Yeah. My goodness.
And I just want to thank Lloyd and Linda that came by and welcomed us as well. Everybody when we walk in is so friendly. The coffee's great. I know that everybody's waving and saying hi because there's so much hospitality. But check them out at clubcdl.com, on Facebook, on Instagram. Everything you need, including pickleball.
That's right, Sean. Hot Topic Podcast also brought to you by Eviva Greek Tavern. Check them out on Sources. Fantastic souvlaki, fantastic food, your choice of fresh fish daily. You can also search them on Uber Eats and skip the dishes.
And betonline.ag, your one-stop shop for every parlay, tease, winners, losers. Check them out and use the promo code Hot Topic and get your welcome bonus. Check it out, betonline.ag. All right. Stay with Montreal, and I'll be happy. And then win the Conn Smythe, and many people will be happy. That's the Ilya Kovalchuk draft on the Hotopo.